Good morning, guys. Today is Saturday. It is February 5th. Welcome to our yoga class this morning. For the next hour, let's spend our time focusing on breathing, connecting to our movements, and de-stressing the body and the mind. Make this your very own practice, so rest when you need to, and just listen to your body. We're going to start with some relaxation, so let's go down onto our backs. Let our arms rest at our sides, turning our palms open face to the sky. We're going to close our eyes and start to breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose, feeling that same area of your body contract and empty. Feel all the features of your face relax, softening your eyes, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck. Let's guide our breath and awareness into our arms, and go ahead and breathe from your shoulders to your fingertips. And then we'll guide our breath and our awareness into our legs and breathe from your hips all the way down to the tips of your toes. Shifting breath and awareness into our spine, we'll breathe from the top of our head all the way down through the tailbone, weaving our breath in between each segment of our spine. Now I want us to focus on our arms, and I want you to just keep your arms at your sides, but stretch them super straight from your shoulders out to your fingertips. Spread your fingers open super wide. And then scrunch your fingers in tight, making tight fists. And then let your hands relax. Let your arms go soft. And let's do the same with our legs. We're going to tighten all the muscles in our legs, stretching from our hips, and push out through your heels. Spread your toes open really wide. And then scrunch up your toes. And then let the legs and the feet relax. Now let's inhale, arms towards the sky, and exhale behind us. Once there, we're going to stretch out through our fingers and press out through our heels. And then allow the body to go soft. Lift the arms back up and return them to your sides. Next, we're going to bring our left knee all the way up to the chest. Pulling in as tightly as you can, but keep the right leg extended on the mat. Point and flex your left foot. Work into your ankle, making a nice, easy circle around. And then go the other way a few times. And then we'll just let our foot rest. Switch out the legs. Go ahead and pull the right knee and extend it on the mat. And then flex and point. Roll the ankle around, lead with your big toe. And then let's reverse. And then allow your foot to rest. Let's bring the other knee back in. So we're going to tightly hug our bodies, keeping our shoulders relaxed. Rock gently side to side. Feel an easy massage on either side of your spine. Come back to neutral and let's circle both knees around. Massaging through that lower back. And then we'll go the other way. And then just keep the knees tucked in super close. Tighten the belly, press to the back of your rib cage, and let's round the spine so our nose comes close to our knees. Roll yourself back down And then just separate your knees so your big toes are touching. Aim your knees out over each shoulder and really pull your thighs close to your body. Do a few rocks while we're here. Come back to center neutral, tighten the belly. Once again, round the spine, press through the back of the ribs, and draw that chin towards your chest. Let your head, neck, shoulders return to the mat. And now spread your knees even wider, letting the soles of your feet come close together, pulling your heels down towards your body. Breathing into inner thighs and outer hips. And then let's separate the feet. Press flat feet towards the sky and pull down with your hands. Breathe into those inner thighs. A couple more rocks while we're here. And then return to that neutral place. Let's bring the soles of the feet back together. Once again, opening the knees wider. And then let's bring the knees back together. Cross your ankles. Use your second and third fingers to hook around your big toes. Tighten the belly, pressing through the back of the ribs. Round up, chin towards your chest. And then use the power of that belly to roll you upright. Once we've made it upright, we find ourselves in an easy cross-legged position. Palms are open face to the sky. We can feel the heaviness of our shoulders falling away from our ears. And we can feel the head being drawn towards the sky, maintaining that nice open space in your spine. Allow your chin to drop to your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Lift the head to back and open your throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open the throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open your throat. And then just let your head come back to a neutral place. Begin to turn your eyes to look over your right shoulder. While there, let your chin drop towards your shoulder. Lift the head back up, return it to center, and begin to turn to look over your left shoulder. Let your chin drop towards that shoulder. Lift it back up and come back to neutral center. From there, we're going to place our hands together at heart center. Just really press your palms tightly together. Now let's inhale, open your arms and your heart. Exhale, let your hands come back together and press them firmly. Inhale, open your arms and your heart. And again, pressing your palms together. Now let's lace our fingers together and push our palms forward. Breathe across the upper back and the back of your shoulders. Let's lean forward a bit, pushing out through those palms. And then pull yourself back to neutral. Again, leaning forward, pushing through the palms. And coming back to neutral. Once more, leaning forward, pushing through the palms. And then returning to that neutral place. Let's turn our palms to face us, imagining we're hugging a large ball in front of us. And then inhale and open your arms and open your heart. Exhale, lift your fingertips towards the sky. Inhale, draw the hands back down, elbows and forearms meet, and then separate the elbows. Exhale again, push up towards the sky. And then inhale, pulling down and opening the elbows. Exhale, push to the sky. And inhale, pulling down, opening the elbows. Let's return our hands to our knees. And once again, let the chin drop to the chest. We'll bring our head back to that neutral place. And let's take one more inhale as we are. Exhale everything and soften a little bit, and then we can make our way onto hands and knees. Position yourself so you've got shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet pressing firmly into the mat. Spreading out our fingers nice and wide, turning our hands in slightly so that if our hands were to come closer together, we could form a thumb and index finger triangle. Think about pressing weight down through second, third, and fourth finger knuckles on both hands. Start to drop the navel as you lift your tailbone. Now lift your head and open your heart for cow. Exhale, scoop the belly in and round out for cat. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round cat. Once more, inhale, cow. And exhale, round for cat. Let's make your way back to that neutral place. Extend through the heel of your right foot, pushing that leg straight behind you. And then extend the left arm forward and turn your left palm to the sky. Exhale back to all fours and we'll switch, pushing out, extending through that left heel, reaching the right arm forward, turning your palm towards the sky. Exhale, lower, let's switch again. Extend and reach, and then try to lift a little bit. Exhale, back down and switch again. Extend and reach, and add that small lift, and lower back down. From there, let's separate our knees, big toes are touching. Push back with your tailbone. Let your chest sink between your knees, forehead to the mat. Arms outstretched towards the front end of your mat, and then turn your palms more towards the sky. And notice how that changes that stretch going down the sides of your body. Flip the palms back over, foundational hands. We tuck our toes. We're going to make our way up into downward facing dog. Allowing our head to drop through extended arms. Let's walk our dog a few times. Lift and lower each heel individually. And then keep one heel raised and press the other down. And we'll switch that out. And then once again, press through both heels. Nod your head yes a few times. Shake the head no. And then just let it hang out. Now let's inhale ourselves into a good strong plank. Shoulders over wrists, eyes looking out, belly button tight, but keep the buttocks relaxed. Exhale back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Once more, inhale to plank. Now modify to your knees. That becomes modified plank. And then we're lowering with our elbows, opening our chest meets the mat, then the hips touch down. Tuck the elbows in, press through the tops of your feet, lengthen your spine, and rise into cobra. Exhale again, opening the elbows on the way down. Inhale, tucking them in on the way up. Exhale, opening on the way down. Inhale, tuck, and rise. Now let's push all the way back into extended child's pose once again. Turning those palms towards the sky and really stretching away from that tailbone. Foundational hands, tuck the toes, make your way back up into downward facing dog. Walking our dog a few more times. Raising our heels, pressing them down. Inhale yourselves into your plank. Modify if you'd like, or exhale lower in one piece. Elbows are wide, chest is down, hips are down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, rise cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Try again, inhale to our plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, rising into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Try once more, inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, rise into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From there, let's take the right leg, extend the heel behind us, and stretch that leg towards the sky, bringing us into a three-legged dog. Let's take that right foot and step it between the hands, which then brings us into runner's lunge. So in your runner's lunge, let's make sure that we're Stretching all the way out to the heel of that left foot. We've got our right knee positioned over our ankle, and we're looking out and not letting the head hang down. Go ahead and sink the left knee to the mat, press through the top of your left foot, and then start reaching to the sky, creating Crescent Lunge. Let's open the arms wide, neutralize the spine, and then hinge forward into a little airplane. Place the left hand on the mat. Revolve at the waist and extend the right arm towards the sky. Exhale the right hand back down. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. We're back in lunge. Step your foot back into plank. And then press back up into down dog. Now let's take the left leg, extend through the heel, reaching towards the sky for three-legged dog. Step the left foot through the hands, bringing us into runner's lunge. And again, checking our form, we want the knee over the ankle. Want to feel that lengthening out through the heel of our left foot, and that nice lengthening out through the top of our head. Sink the right knee to the mat, press to the top of your right foot, and then reach to the sky for Crescent Lunge. Open the arms, neutralize your spine, hinge forward, ribs to thighs. There's our airplane. Let your hands return to the mat. Tuck the right toes under. We're back in our lunge. Step the right foot forward. Toes in, heels out. Let your upper body rest on your thighs. And then from there, let's inhale, roll up, and reach high to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, extend to the sky, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to your heart. Inhale again, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to our plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, melting deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tucking toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend to the sky. Exhale, fold the body in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering the body. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, tucking toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll up, reaching to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Once more, inhale, extend. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, sinking deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale, return to your heart. And then let's assume mountain pose. So hopefully we're feeling a little more warmed up, a little bit more limber. We're becoming very aware of our space. So we want to really feel our feet pressing into the earth. And then let's inhale as we touch the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, looking out. And exhale, letting our ribs sink against our thighs. While we're here, let's cradle our elbows. We can form a frame with our arms, and then let your head just kind of hang out in that frame. Let's release our fingertips to the mat. Take a step back with our right foot and get ourselves into that good balanced runner's lunge. Let's push the right heel down, turn your right toes out, align your left heel with your right heel and start lifting upper body. Let your hip bones face forward, your shoulders squared out over your hips. Add your arms to the sky, warrior one. Now let your hands come together at heart center. Big inhale while we're here. Exhale, let's rotate off to the left and then hinge forward. So we took our right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. There's our twisting warrior. Exhale, let's untwist. Return our hands to the mat. Come back into runner's lunge. Step your left foot back. Show me your good strong plank. Exhaling on the way down. Inhaling on the way up. Exhaling, tucking our toes. We're back into downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Lift the right foot. Press back into three-legged dog. Step the right foot to your hands, bringing you back into lunge. Once you've established that lunge, push your left heel down, turn your left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel and lift up your body. Hip bones are forward, arms extend to the sky, warrior one. Good, now let your hands press together at heart center. Big inhale, start rotating to your right, and then as you exhale, let's tuck that left elbow to the outside of our right thigh, rolling that right shoulder towards the sky. As we exhale, let's untwist. Let your hands return to the mat. Return to that runner's lunge. Step the right foot back into your plank. Exhaling as we lower. Inhaling as we rise. Exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the left heel extended behind you, reaching it high towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Toes are in, heels are out. Let's roll the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale, return to your heart. And then come back into standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, open just the arms. Let your hands hook together behind your body. While you're doing that, start to open the heart. Roll the shoulder blades together. Tip your head back to open your throat. Inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, start hinging forward. Think about getting your rib cage to rest on your thighs so you can bend your knees as much as you need to. Then let your head drop down and try to lift those arms a little bit higher. Exhale, let your hands return to the mat. Take that giant step back with your right foot, returning you to your lunge. From there, we're going to make our way around into a wide straddle, so we end up facing the wide edge of our mat. Toes are in, heels are out. Knees can be as bent as you need them to be. Inhale with our flat back, and then exhale. Let your upper body sink all the way down. Press down into your palms, pushing those arms straighter and straighter. Go ahead and slide your left hand over so it's centered beneath you, and then push on it with your right hand. Now let's inhale, right arm to the side, and then as we exhale, revolve at the waist. Exhale, that hand returns to the mat. Once there, proceed to walk yourself around into runner's lunge facing the back end of your mat. And we're going to stay in our lunge position, but try lifting up our body so that brings you into high lunge. And then by adding the arms overhead, we can create crescent lunge. As we exhale, let's fold forward, bringing the hands to the mat. Now let's push our weight forward onto the right leg as we straighten the right leg. Extend the left leg behind you about hip level. And your hands remain in a tripod with your right foot. And we can remain in our tripod balance, or if you want to open to half moon, align your right thumb with your right pinky toe, roll your left hip open, and let your fingertips reach towards the sky. As we exhale, bring the left hand down if it's lifted. And then let's all step the left foot in. Big toes are close, heels are apart. We're going to inhale and roll the body all the way up. Reach high and touch the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. From there, let's inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Step back with your left foot, bringing you back into your lunge. And then proceed to walk yourself back around into that straddle. Once we've returned to straddle, we're going to raise our heels and really press down into that big toe knuckle on each foot. And then let your heels sink down. And let's start bending the knees like we're trying to pull our tailbone towards the mat. Start pushing the tailbone back up towards the sky as those legs push straighter and straighter. Inhale into our flat back. Exhale, arms open for our airplane. And then inhale, slowly rise to standing. Once we're up, palms open, face to the sky. 5-pointed star. Let's rotate our palms to face forward. Let your palms meet in front of your body. And then bend the elbows so the forearms and the elbows meet. Palms are still pressed. And then we're going to inhale and start straightening the arms towards the sky until those upper arms form a little frame around our head, but keeping the arms a little bit in front of the ears. Now let's reopen, and we're back in our star. Now we can take our left toes, turn them to the front end of our mat, align our left heel with our right arch, and then when ready, bend the left knee. And remember, adjust your stance until you feel like you're balanced equally into both feet. You've got that knee positioned over our ankle. Let's reach a little farther with the left hand. Now lift the left as you lower the right. Turn your left palm to the sky. Keep it nice and active so you're feeling that stretch going all the way up the left side of your ribs. And then from there, let's pull the left leg straighter and straighter for a reverse triangle. And then as we exhale, we'll bring ourselves back into our starting position. Now we're ready to begin pulling our right hip behind us to the right and reaching that left arm out as far as we can in front of us. Once we can't go any further in either direction, let the left hand reach down and the right arm reach up. And the whole time we're in triangle, think about being suspended from the ceiling. So we're not feeling like we're sinking down. We feel like we're being pulled up. We're staying open and flat. We can feel that invisible wall pressed against the back side of our body. that right arm start to lower towards your right hip. It's going to make a nice full circle down and around, and then back up to the sky. Try again, lowering it down and around, and then back up to the sky. Now let's bend the left knee. You can either place your left hand on the mat or your forearm on your thigh, and there's our extended angle pose. As we exhale, let's start to revolve the upper body. Once we've got our hands on the mat, I want you to start straightening your left leg. You still have that back heel pressed down into the mat. We're going to inhale, look out, and then exhale, we're going to sink deeper down and breathe into those hamstrings. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, we'll start rebending the left knee. Return to the ball of your right foot. There's our strong lunge. Step your left foot back. Show me your good sturdy plank. Exhale, we're lowering down. Inhale, we're rising up. Exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Now you can remain in plank or you can insert a push-up. And then exhale back up into downward facing dog. Let's step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward. Big toes close, heels apart. Start to bend your knees like you're about to sit down in a tiny chair. And then once you've got your butt lowered, start lifting your ribs off your thighs. Add your arms alongside your ears. And there's our chair pose. From there, we're going to inhale and rise from the chair. Exhale, return to your heart. Inhale again, rise. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. From here, let's grab hold of our right wrist with our left hand behind our calves. And then try to lower those hands so they're more behind the ankles, which is going to draw us farther and farther in together. As we exhale, you can release your hands. Go ahead and step back with your left foot, bringing you into your lunge. And then let's make our way around into straddle. So now we're facing the other wide edge of our mat. Once there, inhale, look out. And exhale as we sink. And then go ahead and push down into those palms. Your arms get straighter and straighter. Let's slide the right hand over so it's centered beneath us and push on it with our left hand. And then inhale, left arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at the waist, bringing us into our twisting straddle. Exhale, return the hand to the mat. And then from there, let's proceed to walk ourselves around into runner's lunge, facing the back end of our mat. So once you feel sturdy in your lunge, let's lift upright into our high lunge. And then we'll add the arms overhead for crescent lunge. As we exhale, let's fold forward, hands return to the mat. Start to push all of your weight onto your left leg, extending that leg straight, and then reaching the right leg behind you, hip level. Hands are forming a tripod with our left foot. We could remain like that, or we could align our left thumb with our left pinky toe. Start to roll the right hip open, and then add that right arm open to the sky for half moon balance. As we exhale, let's bring that hand down And then we're going to step way back, bringing us into our lunge and walking ourselves back around into our straddle. Once we've made it back into straddle, go ahead and raise your heels again, so we're lifting up high, right onto those big toe knuckles. And then let your heels press back down and bend your knees, pulling that tailbone towards the mat. And then let's push the legs straighter and straighter, pushing down through the palms. Inhale, looking out with our flat back. Exhale, we'll open our arms wide for airplane. And then from there, we'll inhale our way back up to standing. Palms open, face to the sky. 5-pointed star. Turn your palms to face forward. Let's meet the hands together. Once their elbows bend, forearms and elbows meet. Breathe. Good, and then start extending towards the sky. Once again, creating that soft frame around our head. Let the arms open, coming back into our 5-pointed star. Next, let's go ahead and turn our right toes to face the front end of our mat. Align that right heel with our left arch and then bend the knee. Find that warrior two. Feeling powerful and strong and balanced. Breathing into all that space. Start to reach forward with the right hand. Lifting the right, we lower the left. And we turn that right palm to the sky. And then bring the arms back to warrior two. Reach forward again, and let's go back into reverse warrior. Now pull the right leg straight without locking, bringing us into reverse triangle. And then we'll bring our arms back to shoulder level, and we're back into our start position. Building our triangle, we start pulling our left hip left and reaching that right arm away from the left hip. Go as far, far, far away as you can. Once we can't go any farther, we lower the right and we lift the left. Breathe into all that open space. So we shouldn't feel any tension in the neck or the shoulders. When I feel like we're being pulled towards the sky, pressing open against that imaginary wall. Take one more inhale as we are. On the exhale, let's bend the right knee. We can either rest our forearm on our thigh or hand to the mat. And then let's lower that left arm towards the hip. So we'll make a full circle down, around, and up. And let's do one more, down and around and up. Good, now as the exhale, let's start to revolve the upper body, bringing us back into our runner's lunge. From there, start to pull the right leg straight, sink the right heel, let your upper body melt against that front thigh. And then let's rebend the front knee, returning to your lunge. Step back with your right foot into your plank. Exhale, lowering the body down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank, remain in plank or insert a push-up. Exhale, back up into down dog. Let's take the left leg, extend through the heel, reaching towards the sky, three-legged dog. And then we'll step the left foot forward, step the right foot forward. Toes are in, heels are out. Start to bend your knees like you're sitting down in a tiny chair, lifting those ribs away from the thighs, adding the arms alongside your ears. Remember to continue to pull those knees in closer together while you're sinking down. And then as you inhale and start to rise, press the knees apart and reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, extend again. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Let's bring the hands back around, and this time, use your right hand to grab your left wrist and try to pull those hands down closer to your ankles, which simply means deepening that forward fold. And then as we exhale, we can release the hands. And let's step back with our right foot and then our left foot, maintaining our plank. Keep your right shoulder over your right wrist. We're going to open for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. We'll exhale back around into that full plank. Press yourself up into down dog. While you're here, walk your dog a few times. And then just press your heels. Now I want you to bend your knees like you're going to come down onto all fours, but don't actually touch down. And then press back up into down dog. Do that again. Bend your knees like you're almost going to be on all fours. And then press back up into down dog. Then let's inhale our way back into plank. And position left shoulder over left wrist this time. Opening for side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. Let's exhale back around into plank. Press back up into down dog. Again, we walk our dog a few times. Press the heels down. And then bend the knees like you're almost going to be on all fours, but not quite. Press back up into down dog. Again, bending the knees almost to all fours. And then press back up. Then let's inhale ourselves into our plank. And exhale, lower the body down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. And then exhale all the way back into extended child's pose. Letting the chest drop between the knees, forehead to the mat, palms opening to the sky, and really pulling away from that tailbone. Let's pass the left arm through the right armpit. Sink your shoulder down and really let go of that stretch. We'll bring that arm out and we'll switch. Passing right through left. And then let's bring that arm back out. Come back into foundational hands. Tuck the toes and we'll make our way back up into downward facing dog. And then let's inhale ourselves into plank. While we're holding on to the plank, I'm going to lift that right foot. It doesn't have to go high, but it's off the mat. And then push back up into three-legged dog. Now let's start to bring the right knee forward, and we're going to bring it right up behind that right wrist. You're going to set the knee down, the top of the foot in the shin. And then I want you to use your left hand to guide that heel over towards your hip bone as you sink your left knee down. So we're going to move into our pigeon pose. If forward pigeon isn't good for you, you simply can roll over onto your back and do it upside down. We want to make sure that we've got our right knee pointing to the side of our mat, and we're going to start to inch the left leg a little bit farther back as we ease farther down. We want to keep the weight over our left hip so we're not feeling strain or stress in the right knee. And I want you to really press down to the top of your left foot and press into the outer edge of your right pinky toe. And just breathe yourself a little deeper. From there, let's all make our way up onto our forearms. Tuck those left toes under so you can lift the left knee. There's our second position pigeon. And then just step your right foot back into forearm plank. Holding that belly button nice and tight. See if you can walk your hands in to move into full plank. And then once you've made it to full plank, let's lift the left foot not too high. And then press back into three-legged dog. And then we're going to pull the left knee through this time. Bring it up behind your left wrist. We're going to set the top of our foot, our shin, and our knee on the mat, aiming that left heel at our right hip bone. And then let the right knee sink down. So it's aimed right over the heel. Inch the right leg a little bit farther back. Keep the left knee pointing out to the side. And then let your upper body sink down a little deeper. Pressing down into the top of your right foot, the outer edge of your left pinky toe, and breathe. And then let's all make sure we end up on our forearms. Tucking our right toes under, we can lift the right knee, taking us into second position pigeon. And then we'll step our left foot back, and that's going to bring us into that forearm plank. Using that good strong core, bring yourself back up into full plank, and then we'll press back up again into downward facing dog. From there, let's make our way down onto all fours. And we're going to keep our toes curled under as we walk our hands towards our knees so we can just come up into a kneeling position. We'll make a fist with our hands, and then I want you to place your fists on either side of your spine in that lower back. While we're doing that, we're gently pressing in with the knuckles. Spread open your heart. Tip back and open your throat. And there's our preparation for camel. We can remain there, or we can reach our hands down to our ankles. And if we're all the way onto our ankles, let's refist the hands, bringing them into lower back, and then we're all going to neutralize our spine. Let the tops of your feet rest on the mat and start pulling that tailbone back. So we're sinking down, 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 forehead to the mat. Let your arms roll down alongside you and breathe. And then from there, let's bring the hands around and press yourself up onto all fours. Once we're on all fours, extend out through the heel of your right foot, add the left arm forward, turning palm to the sky, and then try lifting that left foot so it's not helping you balance. Let's bring the hand and the foot back down, bring the knee down, and we'll switch sides. Extend through the left heel, reach the right arm, and then try lifting that right foot. And then let's exhale back down onto all fours. Let your navel sink as you lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart. There's our cow. Exhale, round and hold for cat. Inhale again for cow. And exhale, round for cat. And then we're back to neutral. And from there, we're going to ease ourselves down and we'll have a seat. And let's start with our butterfly. So we're going to press soles of feet together. Let your feet rest in your hands and then pull your heels in as close to your body as you can. While we're doing that, we're going to keep opening the knees wider and wider, lifting and opening the spine. And let's exhale and ease up a little bit. Go ahead and extend the left leg forward. We'll keep the right knee bent with the bottom of our foot pressed against that inner thigh. And then let your hands slide forward along either side of that left leg as you melt yourself down. And then let's slowly start to come back up. Once we're upright, let's inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, send that hand behind you on the mat. Pull the heel of your hand in close to your tailbone. Now inhale and start lifting the left arm, and as the left arm is rising, we're going to pick up that left hip, press the bottom of our left foot into the mat, and then let that left palm face the sky. As we exhale, go ahead and melt back down. We're going to keep that right knee bent, but let's bring it upright. And then once it's upright, let's extend both hands again alongside that extended left leg on the mat. And now we're going to take the right arm and try wrapping it around the bent right knee. And then see if you can bring the left arm around from the other side. And either get your hands to meet or get them as close as you can, or you could use some kind of an extension like a towel or a sock. And once you're in position, make sure that you keep that spine long and open and look over your left shoulder. Now as we exhale, let's release and untwist, and we'll stretch both legs out. Hands on either side of those hips. You can bounce your knees up and down a few times. Let them rest, and then just walk both hands forward and fold down. And slowly come back up. From there, we're going to bend the left knee and put the bottom of our left foot on the inside of our right thigh. Let our hands extend alongside the right leg and fold forward. And then as we inhale, we can slowly come up. And then start extending the left arm towards the sky. Let it come behind you. Slide the heel of your hand in close to the tailbone. Inhale, the right arm starts lifting, and as it goes up, I'm going to pick up that hip. Press the bottom of our right foot into the mat. And let your right palm face the sky. Let's exhale as we sink the hip back down. And then once there, we're going to keep the left knee bent, but we bring it upright. We place our hands on either side of that extended right leg and just try to reach a little bit further. And then let's start wrapping that left arm around the left leg. We're going to come around with the right hand. We're going to try to get our hands to meet or get as close as we can. And then once we're in position, we inhale taller and straighter. And exhale, rotate even farther to look over that right shoulder. As we exhale, let's go ahead and untwist. And then extend both legs out once again. Hands on either side of our hips. Go ahead and bounce your knees up and down a few times. And then just let them rest. And let's go back into that forward fold, lengthening and folding as deeply as we can. And let's inhale our way back up. And then once we've made it up, we'll bend our knees and let's place our hands behind your thighs. Feel your shoulders fall away from your ears. Feel that belly button holding tight against the spine, and then find your balance on your tailbone. Let's lift our feet and just hold there. Try to go a little more, and then go where you ultimately can without letting your back round. The arms extend. And then from there, I want you to slowly lower just your upper body. Once your upper body has made it all the way to the mat, let's extend the legs straight up to the ceiling, and then let your arms come down so they're resting alongside your body, palms open face to the sky. So this is going to be our modified shoulder stand. We can remain here, or if you want to venture into full shoulder stand, remember we want to be using the abdominals to do the lifting and holding, and the hands should feel like just helping and not bearing all the weight. We also want to make sure we're not feeling any weight in the neck. Let's all bend the knees. So people in modified shoulder stand, it's knees to chest. People in full shoulder stand, it's knees to ears, arms to the mat. We roll down so we all end up with knees to chest. And then let's all set the feet down. Keep the knees bent. We've got our feet spaced apart about hips distance, toes in, heels out. Enough space between your buttocks and your heels so that now we're slowly peeling up into our bridge. We're going to feel lots of activation in the hamstrings and the buttocks, and we're not going to feel tension in the quads or the knees. As we exhale, begin to slowly melt down, one segment at a time. And then once we're all the way down and we can feel our spine relax into the mat, let's bring both of our knees in for that close hug. Gently circling our knees around and around, and then going the other way. And then from there, let your left foot set on the mat. Place your right ankle across your left thigh, and then use your right hand to push gently on the inner right thigh. And then lift the left foot from the floor, and let's thread our hands behind the left thigh. And while we're doing that, think about bringing both legs closer to your body, but keeping the right knee open. And then see if you can extend your left leg straighter towards the sky, and walk your hands up closer to that left ankle, continuing to pull those legs closer to your body. And then let's bend the left leg. You can rest the foot back down, crossing our right leg farther over the left leg, both arms open wide to the side. We're going to drop our knees as far to the left as they'll go without lifting our right shoulder, and we look right. And then let's inhale the knees back to neutral. We can uncross, and now let's place our left ankle on our right thigh. And just use your left hand to push gently on that inner left thigh. While we're doing that, we'll lift the right foot and then we'll thread our hands behind the right thigh, pulling those legs closer to the body. And then try extending the right leg straight up, walking your hands closer to your ankle, and again, continuing to pull our legs closer to the body. As we exhale, let's bend the right knee, place the foot on the mat, and then cross your left leg farther over the right. Opening both arms wide to the side, let both of your knees start to drop to the right, but keeping that left shoulder pressing down. And as we inhale, let's bring our knees back to neutral. Go ahead and uncross. And let's bring both knees in for that nice tight hug once again. This time we're just going to rock gently side to side. Come back to neutral center and start to spread the knees wider. Let the soles of our feet come together, pulling our heels closer to the body, opening the knees. We're back into our lying butterfly. And then we'll separate the feet, keeping the knees bent. Press flat feet towards the sky. Pull down with those hands. And then try extending the legs straighter and opening them wider. And let's start to bring the legs closer and closer together overhead. Pushing those heels towards the sky. Think about pulling your toes over your head. And then ease up a little bit. We're going to take the right leg and let it slowly make its way down to the mat. Once you feel it's on the mat, go ahead and slowly lower that left leg. It's all the way down onto the mat. And then once there, arms at your sides. Push out through the heels of your feet. Pull out through the top of your head. Tense the muscles in your arms, stretching from your shoulders to your fingertips. Now let everything relax. And try that again. Tense everything. Push out through the heels. Reach out through the top of your head. Stretch from your shoulders to your fingertips. And then let that all relax. And I want you to continue to breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. Guiding our breath around the body. Looking for places that remain tense or tight. And just lingering in those places a little bit longer. I am the earth, and the earth is me. Each blade of grass, each honey tree, each bit of mud, each stick and stone is blood and muscle, skin and bone. And just as I need every bit of me to make my body fit, so earth needs grass and stone and tree and things that grow here naturally. As long as life is dear as free, I am the earth, and the earth is me. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart and a grateful heart, spreading around random acts of kindness wherever we can. And always remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you, because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. I thank you all for joining me. I hope that you feel renewed and rested and ready for the day. And I will be back tomorrow night to let you know what's taking place on Monday. Have a great day, stay healthy, stay safe, and be kind. Bye.